thou art, friend? Then to come with me, Sir Yorkie, as I take you once more upon the path through Golarian and Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. We have a warhound at my ankles, a little chihuahua named TikTok, who may or may not be joining us. Right now he's being rather annoying as we've just swapped the other dogs over, and he seems intent on making noise. If he does, I apologise for that. TikTok? No. Forgive me, I seem to have caused a blackness in the screen. There we are. My apologies for that brief little strange interlude. We have a few more things to do here. First, let's go into this house. A buck. Oh, a simple note. A loot. Ah.
Can escape my prying gaze.
Ah, right. Over here. Relieve us of this trap, if you will.
Appreciate this.
And relieve them of this box. And this chest. Stories told to us by spirits. Let's have a brief look at the information on that. It's not going to reveal anything.
This way.
Right, and downstairs we go. These fighters must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. Yes, yes, yes. Well, Jeff, dear boy. That is see invisibility. Corrosive touch. Gracelessness. And vanish. We do, however, have this. These fighters must have been caught off guard. They died where they could before they could even draw their weapons. Their bodies are covered in a thin layer of ice that is slowly melting.
Wherever my legs carry me.
I think we must assume that if they died here, something happened here. And that if we've got things like see invisibility and fairy fire, then there are probably things that need to be revealed. Only I clicked it in the wrong place. Well, let's just have a quick reload of that. Because I'm sure that there's something in there, but I must have clicked in the wrong place. Well, Julie, did you get your house? I don't think anyone else can see chat, so let me just say that a friend of the channel, Tonmarie Julie, has just said that, guess what? And I know she's trying to close on a house. A little homestead for herself and a family of poops. And she indeed closed it. Well done, young Julie. Well done, young lady. TikTok, come on up if you wish to come up. Otherwise, stop being a pain. There we are. And behind he goes. Right, unfortunately we must redo this area. Well, as I said, well done, young Julie. I'm glad it went well. I closed on August 1st, they accepted my offer even though it wasn't the highest. You evidently made an impression on them.
I hope you appreciate this.
Right, again, the box here. I wrote the seller a letter telling them how much I loved it. That's good.
I found, something.
I am helpful.
Sometimes a personal touch does wonders.
Carry me.
I'm glad you claimed your house, your little homestead. For you to carry on being a warrior, for goodness.
Forwards! No, backwards. Backwards!
Right. Once more, we must go downstairs. Built in 1960, I'm only going to be the second or third owner. Indeed. That is a short history. Now, once again... Woljef, if you will. Get yourself a learning... Oh, that's me. Woljef, if you will. Get yourself a learning of that. That. And that one. Now, we all save there, so we don't have to repeat again. You want some goats. Well, they'll help you keep the grass cut clean. I can imagine that. Now then. Lan, what are you wielding? Not you, Lan. Ah, yes, you have a magical bow. It should be sufficient. Well, Jeff, get yourself a fairy fire.
Don't mind me.
Ears. I crave for adventure.
I'm here.
Is that your plan then, Julie? Free gardening? I saw something sparkle there.
Can we retreat already?
And there it is. I knew there was something invisible there. Right, Woljef.
Cover me, all right? Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Amelia, why don't you try and sleep this thing? Did not work. I have to check with the city on the goats. My backyard is half an acre, so indeed that's a decent size. Sela.
The light take you into the fray. No glory without risk.
It's not letting me attack yet. Very well. And now we can. Sir Yorkie, your magic should be able to help. Let's get the stone skin on to protect you.
Slice!
Not reduced, oh dear. Oh dear. Lan, let's see if we can do
You've
something.
crossed the wrong month.
Right, look, today feels good to say my backyard. Yes, I can imagine it does.
Did you see that?
I can only guess how good, but yes, I can definitely imagine it would do. You're asleep. Good. In that case, let's just go in.
The world in crimson.
Well, we took him down, or at least young Lan did, which is good. Yes, I'm really pleased for you, young Julie. We have been friends a few years now, and I must say it is good to see you doing well.
am helpful, am I not?
We have a composite longbow. Let's see what it does. Wicked longbow. Whenever this +2 composite longbow confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the target must pass a will check or suffer a curse. The curse each suffers -1 to will, -2 to fortune, and -3 to reflex. It's not immensely powerful, but it's not bad. It also means we can move that across to someone who does not have anything useful to wield. I would rather you help her, to be honest, Finian. Longsword, if you will. Of course, Julie. Do keep me informed. Let me know how the new move goes. We both know that at times life hasn't treated you kindly, so it's really good to see that it does right now. Truly, I would say one of the more noble ladies. It's been my pleasure to meet. I must check something here. A brief moment, if I may. I must step out of the room just to hand something over. I do hope my little hellhound wasn't too much trouble while I was gone. Well, back to where we were. And yes, you're deserving of a little kind karma. We don't need to take anything from them right now. The next place to go could cause us some problems. Let's go here. Come behind, TikTok. You know that's where you like to be anyway.
You can handle them, right?
Right.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
Another zombie. She says hi, TikTok.
Surrender or else.
May I see your entrails, please?
Almost. Shadow demon coming in. Camellia, you can't touch him.
I'll cut you wide open.
Well, if you
Strike
can.
them for me.
In comparison to the shadow, of course,
You won't
which
survive
is
me.
dangerous. The zombies really don't matter. You now have Finian, so that's down. I think we're okay just to let them go at the zombies. I think they're brave enough and bold enough to take care of themselves.
Maybe I did something wrong.
Even death couldn't save the people from demonic enslavement. Unfortunately, you don't know what's going on there, do you? Little
What's
Ember.
that there?
A throwing axe. Sealer, let's get that to you instead of your rather foolish little bow there. And after that, let's start moving out.
I won't let you hurt my
And
friends.
there they are.
Let the attack commence.
One down.
The spirits demand your blood. Too late for apologies.
Endure this.
Well, they will, and they will. Sealer. You can't run in and hit anything. So just get. Oh, you can, but not as I thought you might. Waljiff.
Time to share your treasures.
That's him down.
All I
Ow.
see is blackness.
I'm rather hurt. Can't remember if they're the same age as Mackie and Marie. Oh, TikTok? A little over a year. About a year and a quarter.
You are today's sacrifice.
Maybe slightly older.
Cover me, all right?
Die, die, die!
Ember. Give me, Sir Yorkie, a little healing, will you? And there we have some shadows coming in.
Make every strike
Ah,
count.
bugger. Well, you destroyed the shadow anyway. -5 strength, not good.
The inheritor, guide
That's
my
9. Camellia, keep fighting the zombies. You can't do anything against the shadows.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Immune to that. There's only one magical
Is
one you
all
have.
of this blood
Ow.
mine? Never thought
Yes,
I'd
it is,
have
and
much.
that's a problem.
I'll hit you.
Lan, if you can do the shadow.
The wrong mongrel.
Good. Sealer.
the light. Take you.
That was poor. I'm down. That's a problem.
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh, he's immune to your blade. What am I doing? Well, Jeff.
Distract them for me.
Ember, get back. Why don't you try screaming at the shadow, see if it helps. Lan, you have a magical
Survive
weapon.
me.
As do you, Sealer. Now you holding Finian.
To the fray.
Murray's age. Is Murray the good one? I'm sure as a dog lover you're going to say they're both good ones. Even though we all know some hellhounds are worse than others. Right. You're back alive. Your strength damage is incredible. And you don't. That's a little restoration. Oh, you're not standing up yet. It's a little restoration. It's not exactly pleasing me right now. I wonder, Yorkie, that damage you've taken, permanent. Can't do anything without a restoration spell. Now, that said, as long as you don't get drained more, it's not all that important to you, Yorkie, because you, my friend, although it does mean you can't wear armor, if you don't have the strength for it. You, my friend, don't rely on strength, do you? Mackie is the one who was semi-feral when I adopted him. Mackie's an absolute angel. Murray is full of personality and more outgoing. That sounds like TikTok. Yes, full of personality. That's the polite way of saying crazy as a... Yes, I agree.
This war must end.
Are we
One.
in trouble yet?
Let's see. We don't even have any healing. Intriguing. Intriguing. And we have a problem ahead. The city has fallen at last. How glorious. Now I can stop pretending to be a shopkeeper. Spend all my time under my true passion, reanimating the dead. That doesn't sound very optimistic. Well, let us see if we can take these down.
I'll cheer you on from over there.
Zombie coming in. Zombie coming in. Alphabet cultist, necromancer. Woljeff. Let's get forward, young sir. Ember. Can you sleep this fool? No, you can't. You can apparently hit them. He's down. Lan.
Endure this!
Camellia. Oh, he's a little, still pretty good. Saved. That's not good. And I'm down. Well, Jeff.
Share your treasures.
Cultist Necromancer takes damage. You have to start nailing some of these, my friends.
The inheritor, guide my blade.
Make every strike count!
He's dead. Good. Good, good, good. The Necromancer is dead. Bishaton, he's just a man following his dreams. Unfortunately, the Necromancer's dreams happen to be nightmares for everyone else. Well, Jeff.
Cover me, all right?
He's down. Good.
The light take you.
Tried to stand up and didn't work now, did it?
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Familiar. Can you put him down? No.
It's all your fault.
And Waldrip is down. Ah. They're through.
You won't stop us.
Into the fray.
Zeela's got enough on her hands up here, to be honest. Lan, given that you have way of the bow, you don't have to worry about them
Won't
striking back.
survive me.
Camellia, step back. You can't. Ah. Well then. Let's see if we can take that out, at least for a little while.
Surrender or else.
Sealer. Self-heal.
The inheritor. Guide.
No, you need to hit them, Sealer. Lan. Let's take another one down, shall we?
Endure this.
Well, you almost took him.
The spirits demand your blood.
This will leave a
Come on, Sealer. Ember.
Too late for apologies.
Didn't work. Self-healing. Let's lay on hands others. Okay. And I think might be time.
The light. Take
Down.
you.
Good. Baphomet cultist about to get up. Lan, if you can.
Strike
Good.
count.
Camellia. The zombie's going to be immune to it, so it doesn't matter about that.
You are today's sacrifice.
The Baphomet cultist is up.
All your fault.
Who the hell did you hit? Waldrip. Waldrip was already down, you fool. He's down again.
Into the fray.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
That's down. Camellia.
For their heart.
One more to do. And actually, since he's down, we can just turn it on to real time. Ember and Camellia on Slumber Hex. Are you going to stream any more of the WWE matches? I haven't streamed them, no. They're on a different channel to my main channel. And when I stream, it uploads the video, it stores the video on my main channel. I'm thinking about streaming the WWE matches, but I haven't decided to yet. What's that? Glaive. Magical glaive. I'm thinking about it, Julie. Whether real life permits that and other issues still has to be worked out, let's put it that way. I think, since I don't have any restoration, it may be time to head home for a little bit. Head back to the head back to the Defender's Heart and sleep. All characters are fatigued. Nope, I'm not worried about resting. Yes, I know they're overloaded. Hopefully we can avoid anything on the road. Good. Good, good, good. We're at the Defender's Heart. I wonder, if we sleep now, are they going to... I know that the part after this we actually get attacked. I don't know if it's ready yet. It's a shame if it is, because we could do with getting another level. We can manage as we are. Ah, your friend Sealer. The Defender's Heart greets you with unexpected liveliness. Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins. But somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. The people in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. It doesn't look like a typical tavern revelry, nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Sealer waves to you. She's sitting at a table with a trio you previously met. The knight, the half-elf, and the red-headed halfling. So Yorkie, come. Let me properly introduce you to Ellen, Janna, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Carts. Sealer pushes a mug of beer towards you and speaks softly. It was me who convinced Erebeth to use what Janna, Curl, and Elam found for a little party. If you look out of the window, you might think that the end times have come, and the abyss has devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could help keep the gloom at bay. Sealer looks at you hesitatingly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. Have I ever turned down merrymaking and good company? Let's raise our mugs, my friends! Wait, I'm not ready for another toast yet. It's not every day that I drink with paladins, knights, and sword lords. You performed a chaotic action. Hey, are we just going to sit here with grim faces? I say we'll let each other get to know each other a little better, so we have better reason to toast. Tell me about your order, Sir Ellen. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Andoran. I lost my parents early, led the life of a simple mercenary, but often questioned the path I had chosen. I'm proud of my sword skills, I enjoy training and drills, and I'm not afraid of battle. But risking my life for coin, it takes a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, and I wondered if it was worth it. So in the end, I decided to choose another path. Now, if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it will be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendev and became a squire for the Houndhearts. It's a small order. By tradition, it never has more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders dies. We patrol the lands along the Wardstone line and provide aid to travellers and settlers. Unfortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago after laying my mentor to rest, but I'm content with my choice. My place is among the Crusaders. Have you been serving in the Eagle Watch for long, Janna? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? Janna lets out an overly boisterous laugh. I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mivon, and I learned a thing or two from him, believe me. I soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in petty squabbles of the bickering river kingdoms. I wanted a proper challenge, and you can't find a better place than Mendev. And what do you know? The moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say that's no accident. Fate brought me here. What about you, Curl? How did you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled, or guarded stashes. So, Curl stares into his mug gloomily. But I never killed anybody, and I never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course, I didn't want to go to prison. I'm not that good a fighter, but as Norberger is my witness, a thief can also be useful in a war against demons. Very true. I've always been a good scout. I can sneak under the nose of any monster. But I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now, and a crusader. Your skills will be useful to us, you'll see. How do you all know Sealer? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabres. I was returning from the south, from my fiancée, and was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Eomedi. We said our farewells at the city gates, and I went north along the road to Dresden, to my order's camp. Ellen's face grows grim at the mention of the camp. The demons attacked us there, and at the same time they struck Canabres, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Hound Hearts were wounded during the battle on the streets. I'm the last knight of my order who can still fight. It's so good to see Sealer again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Sealer in a tavern in Canabria, says Curl. Before the attack, of course. She was one of the few people who would sit at the table with the condemned. Knights don't even look at us, but Sealer is different. I knew it for a moment I saw her. That's what made me notice Sealer too, said Jenna. So I sat down to talk with her. I never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly, and I still don't. Our Curl is a great lad. So after that night, Sealer and I went round the taverns together every day. Mendev is an amazing place, said Sealer. People from all over the world come here for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble, and they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast, in case you didn't notice. Sealer, did you call me over just because, or is there something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration. You see, Ilan is in trouble. I want to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Ellen shakes her head. Bad idea, sister. I told you. I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Curl is right, says Sealer. Sir Yorkie helped me find you. Without his help, I'd still be looking all over. So, Ilan, come on, stop being so stubborn. Yeah, tell me more. The young knight shakes his head. In all truth, I don't wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. A paladin of Eomede and her friends certainly have more important things to do. Especially now that Canabris has been overrun by demons. If I've learned anything in life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Sealer begins seriously, but then a smile lights her face. Take the three of you, for example. Seems like all you did was save one cart from some lesser demons. But look how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung of in songs, but who knows? Maybe, thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, the defenders of Canabres will find the strength to protect the city. Sealer catches her breath. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Ilan, I want to help you. My reputation as a holy warrior of Eomede won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. The knight sighs and seems a little embarrassed. All right, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else than I ever expected. It's here that I met, may all the ladies here forgive me, the finest girl in all the world. It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart for a bungler like me. But I'm not about to let this miracle go. Not even the demon lord Descari himself and all his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canabres. For half a year, I've been getting up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweller in Mendev. Independent knightly orders live mostly off donations, and I'm not what you would call rich. But I so want to make Kiana happy. Oh, it took me 3 months to find a jewel, the same shade as her eyes, and twice that long to scrape together enough money. Master Derek's work was worth it. But I lost the ring during the demon attack, and I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. Do you think all she cares about is a ring? If she's that kind of person, you don't need her. The ring is most likely still at the Hound Hearts camp outside the city. Ilan and his friends didn't have time to pack up their camp. First the demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Canabres. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. Yeah, I'll help. Sealer puts a hand on your shoulder. Thanks for agreeing to help. Ilan is a good man and a true knight, and I think the world should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him, so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Sealer, I hope you can convince Erebeth to let me go with you when you do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course. If the League of the Inspiring Cart has come together in this dark hour, we must continue onward together. So, a mission for the future. Now, we're here, and let's get the armor back on. We have +4. Chain shirt would allow me to do 4. Hide armor +1 also allows 4. There we are. That's what we were wearing. Show me what you have. Get rid of all that. And then I don't need those. Whoops. I do need those. Get rid of the things here. Ah, we have a slight restoration. That's fine. Not those, not those. I'm not going to use any of those. I think I can say I'm not going to use any of those, except maybe that. And that would seem to be about it. Let's get some Shore-like wounds. And sort by name. Potion of lesser restoration. We've got 22,000. That's 17. We can afford that. We can certainly afford that. Now, the other thing I want to do... I've got a bunch of healing and restoration potions. Yes, indeed, I forgot to... I need to talk to you about this. Whenever I sleep outside the walls of the defender's heart, I'm plagued by terrible dreams. Can you help me? The priest studies your face carefully. You look tired, but otherwise entirely healthy. If we were anywhere else, I would simply tell you to get some rest. We're on the border of the world wound, and I'm all too aware of what's happening to you. Oh, yeah? As you know, the wound is a rift between Golarian and the Abyss. And all the evil that feeds the Abyss does the opposite in our world. It feeds on Golarian. So it is that even we cannot see demons near us, our ultimate foe, the Abyss, is always around us. Many soldiers fighting in the world wound experience similar things. They suffer terrible nightmares, get no peace, and sometimes even lose their minds. We are trained to help with this affliction. By the will of Abadar, I have consecrated an altar here. The god's grace permeates the space around it, soothing one's soul and quieting through thoughts during rest. So if you find your nerves are fraying, seek out a holy place like this, approach it, and all the corruption will be cleansed from you. Alright, show me the scrolls you're selling. And I'm not actually looking at scrolls right now. I want an alchemist kit. And I want... I don't think I have people who can even use them right now, but I want them. Might be able to use some of them. Ah, there's Darren here. And there's Ember. We'll chat with Ember. Leave Darren for some other time. The elf in front of you is young, still an adolescent by the standards of their long-lived folk. A childish, carefree smile plays on her face, and her wandering eyes linger on you for just a moment before darting off into the distance. Terrible scars cover her body, and a few of her fingers are missing. A crow sits on her shoulder, observing you with its clever black eyes. Tell me about yourself. Well, they called me Ember. I used to live in the River City, and now I walk with you. That's my story. That's a simplistic view of it. Why do they call you Ember? I've had many names. When I was little, Mum and Dad used to call me Dove or Cricket or Kitten. Dad called me his ray of sunshine. And when my mum was cross, she called me by a long name, a grown-up one. I can't remember it, no matter how hard I try. I can think of some short grown-up ones she might have used. Then, when I came to live in the River City, the good people called me different funny names, like Ember or Torch or Smoky. I don't know why. They called me Birdbrain because I have a crow. Not why they usually call people that, Ember. They called me Lucky 7 because of my fingers. She raises her hands. The middle finger on her right hand and two smaller fingers on her left are missing. They sometimes called me Grilled Meat and said I was stupid. But I didn't feel hurt. I mean, they're right, I really am silly. They didn't mean to hurt me. Can someone have a word with this girl? I like Ember, it's a good word. Embers are like people. On the outside, they're grey and cold, like stones. But they're warm inside. You can blow on them and they'll start a fire to help you survive a cold night. And that's wonderful, isn't it? Ember it is. Where are you from? Far away? From the flower country. The girl gestures vaguely off into the distance. It's so beautiful there. Everywhere there's flowers blooming, golden towers and waterfalls. And everyone is like me, with pointy ears. There's no round-eared people, no short ones, no hornheads. We live together there, me and Mom and Dad. So, Keonin? The elf place? Mom and Dad argued a lot. Dad used to say all the good people should go on the crusade and fight demons, and Mum said he was silly because it was so far away and none of our business, and that he shouldn't abandon his child. She meant me. But he didn't abandon me, he took me along. He said I was born the same year the hole in the demon world opened. He said it was a sign I would be one of the heroes to close it. Of course I'm not a hero, but I'm here anyway, helping as much as I can. Where did you get your scars? It happened by accident. My dad and I came sailing down the river to join the crusade. Dad said that all the good people were going to the world wound to heal it. He said that the Crusaders were the best people in the world, and together we were going to win. But when we arrived in River City, the Crusaders got everything mixed up. They thought my dad and I were bad and decided to burn us at the stake. Dad died and I cried so loudly that one of the good knights realised it was all a big mistake. He started yelling at the other Crusaders, even the one in charge, and then walked right into the fire and got me out. The others wanted to stop him, but he took out his sword and scared them away. The kind knight took me to a healer. I later learned that while the knight was pulling me from the flames, he himself was badly burned, so badly that he died not long after. But I'm still alive. A few fingers missing and my skin is funny. I've lived in the River City ever since. I never had my own house, but I had many friends. And then the demons came and I met you, and you know what happened after that. Is it really so good for you to forgive them? I'm not sure I could be so merciful. No one can say how much good or evil they have in them. No one can see into their own soul. Ember smiles and tilts her head. An inquisitive look wanders over your face, as if she's trying to look into your soul. No one knows until it's time to check. Do you worship any deity? The girl shakes her head with an unwavering smile. Dad taught me to pray to Ayamade. He said she was a kind goddess and she called people to crusade against evil. The knights who burned my dad and me worshipped her too. They even lit the fire with a prayer to her, and she did nothing to help us. But then one kind knight alone without any gods changed his mind and saved me. I think the gods are the same as us. They don't understand anything and they're scared of everything. So they hurt themselves and the rest of us. People worship the gods only because they're afraid of being responsible for themselves. And the gods listen to the praise, and they become smug and arrogant and begin to believe that they're better than us, but they're no better. They're silly sinners just like the rest of us. Sometimes I pray to the gods. Different ones, the good ones, the bad ones. I ask them to stop. Stop fighting and hurting each other. I don't know if they ever hear me, but if they do, I mean, the knight who wanted to burn me, he was able to change his mind and do a good deed. If he can, maybe Baphomet can too. Scope, dear girl, scope. I think you might be talking a magnitude of difference. How did you survive on the streets? The elf shrugged. There are many good people in River City. When I sang for them in the street, they'd often give me coins or bread or sometimes even clothes. I shared everything with other homeless, and they showed me where it's safe to sleep and where I could get out of the rain and cold, and where I could find discarded things. When the demons destroyed the River City, I looked for my friends, but I found no one. They probably all died. The homeless have no supplies or weapons or basements to hide in. And the knights won't protect them either. Knights are like gods, so self-important. They're saving the world after all. What do they care about the homeless? Still smiling, the girl shrugs. Well, they should care. Where do magical powers come from? These tricks? I got them from my grandma. She used to be my father's grandma, and before that, his father's. I've never seen her myself, but she's very clever and kind. When I lived on the street, sometimes she left food for me, or a blanket in the winter. Sometimes I feel her stroking my hair as I fall asleep, but if I open my eyes, there's no one near. She also sent me soot. She scratches the crow's beak, and the bird grumbles happily in response. She tells Soot how to do different tricks, and Soot teaches me. It seems that Ember doesn't know who gives her these powers. Her familiar was obviously sent by a powerful creature of good, perhaps an angel or a fae, though you couldn't exactly say who. Well, thank you for your answers. Oh, not at all. I didn't really tell you anything. You're always so cheerful. How can you manage to remain so hopeful when we're surrounded by such horror? Hope? She tilts her head and continues with a smile. No, the hope is a lie. What should we hope for? This world is in the hands of demons. The gods can't help, or they don't want to. Or they forgot about us altogether. The people know they're about to be eaten by demons, but they still quarrel with each other and fight and steal. There's no hope, only us. We'll have to win without hope. It'll be hard. The entire abyss is against us. We can only win by some miracle, which means we'll have to make one happen. What other choice do we have? We'll work a miracle and win because we have to. Okay. Ember, you're a little simple, but you may be an unstoppable force in your own way. The elf smiles broadly and nods to herself. I have to go. So go. The elf watches you with a radiant smile as you leave. Right, let's take a rest. Alchemy. You're a best cook. Do we still just... Yes, we just have the hearty meal. Scrolls. And you can scroll... What shall we scroll? I think create pit. Being an Aasimar, nice life if you can get it. People love them. People always think nice things about Aasimars. About beauty and heaven and other good things. Tieflings as well, that's another story. When people look at tieflings, they think of the sweetness of sin. When they look at thieflings, however, they wonder where their coin purse is. Very true. Failed. There are demons in this room. Oh well. You, storyteller, we have a knife I'd like you to look at. Have you brought me a new story? I found this in the square where Tarantula perished. What do you make of it? The storyteller reaches out and says softly, even from here I can feel strange energies emanating from the object. If you don't mind, I'll examine it, using my method. I will try to see the past of its owner, their emotions and shreds of memories. Maybe it will help us understand what we're dealing with. The storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contents into an old, evil grimace. His voice disgustingly raspy. Hunger. My many legs bring me into the lair to my mother's feasting hall. A swollen body overfilled with food is so huge that I have to look at it with all my eyes at once. On top is a scrawny little head with a long beak that is always yearning for more food. You feel feverish in your chest, where the mysterious wound is concealed, feels hot. Your mind is flooded with a wave of visions. Visions that repeat the words of the old elf. My mother greets me with a placid screech. Stupid, greedy wretch, whose only achievement is my birth. The creeping, wingless creature. It's your fault I have no wings. A symbol of greatness, a birthright I should have received from my mighty father. Mother points me to a crowd of whimpering subjects, suggesting I fortify myself with their pathetic flesh. Not today. I summon my spawn and they fly to me, enveloping me in a teeming cloud. Like dark, buzzing wings, they unfold behind my back and lift me up. Mother has always been stronger, but she did not expect this. I dive on her and rip her limp, bloated body with my claws. Ichor splatters. The bone spurs on my heels sink into her flesh. I clench her pitiful tiny head and tear it off, along with her shreds of meat. Victory. I am the strongest. I am the son of my winged father. The elf grimaces with his taste. The voice becomes normal again. Appalling. Stories like that are the most difficult ones to keep with me. Did this knife belong to a demon? The storyteller opens his mouth to answer, but a sudden spasm crosses his face. A new vision, a much stronger one, engulfs the old elf. The malevolent undertones vanish from his voice and it grows more determined and tired. Even looking at the wardstone is difficult. Despite the corruption nesting in it, it still has an aura of strength. Your fingers clench the stone hilt so tight that it hurts. A little spot on the flawless surface of the wardstone draws your attention. It looks like a butterfly. Corruption in the guise of something utterly harmless. But it will grow. You swing and stab the butterfly with the knife as hard as you can. Your fingers cramp painfully. A howl invades your ears. Light, white light everywhere. The stone knife falls from the old elf's hands. Out of breath he drops to his knees. He is trembling. The terror on his face, so unlike his usual dignified manner. What was that? That was not the past. That was something that is yet to happen, or rather might happen. One of the roads to the future. In one of the possible futures, this item will help you cleanse the wardstone. Or to destroy it. You feel a longing to take the stone chisel and plunge it into your chest. Right into the wound that has opened up in it. It is hard to resist this feeling, but at the last moment, your self-preservation instinct takes over, and you manage to keep control with your own hands. The old man stands up. He looks completely stunned. Never before has anything like this happened to me. But now, I'm not an oracle or a prophet. Or is this another riddle from the past that has caught up with me? I must find out. Seeing stories that have happened is one thing, but seeing stories that are yet to happen. I don't know why this is happening now, but there is one thing I'm sure of. This is not a coincidence. This is a sign of coming changes. Great changes. I shared your vision and this knife tempted me. Did you? See what I saw? This has never happened before. Could it be magic of the object you brought me? I sense dark energies in it that can cloud and charm the mind. Be careful with this item. It may have tried to influence you, but you managed to overcome its power and subdue it. Or perhaps something else happened to us, something we don't yet understand. Can you see the future? I don't know. Obviously I can, but nothing like this has ever happened to me before. The future never opened its secrets to me before I met you. Gods, who are you and why have we crossed paths? I feel this is not a coincidence. Something momentous is happening. Destiny is pushing us towards something. But what? Questions without answers? I swear this morning I couldn't have imagined what awaited me. Maybe it's a knife that gives you the power of divination. This knife is a powerful artifact, but I feel that its power is of a different nature. No, I felt the same as I do when I tell the past. This is my gift, but manifested in a completely abnormal way. Is what you saw destined to happen? No, the future is not set. It used to be a long time ago when the god Aradon guarded Golarian. But not now. Prophecies do not come true. Well, they do, but not in the way they were supposed to. I only saw one version of the future, one of the paths leading to it. But the choice has not yet been made and our destinies are not set in stone. Who were you in your vision? I don't know. Someone strong and desperate enough to resort to extreme measures. I felt that what I was doing had to be done. Your powers are amazing. A few minutes ago I would have agreed with you, but the thing that has just happened, it disturbs me. My gift has never manifested like that. Something has changed, and these changes frighten me. Please, examine the items I'm carrying. Some of them could tell a story. Storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. The old elf carefully takes Yaniel's sword, Radiance. Powerful forces lie dormant in this sword. It used to belong to an incredibly bright and daring soul. Storyteller's hands run carefully over the scale that has still not lost its shine. Proud to then live protector of Cannablids, you devoted your life to serving people. Your death is a great loss, but maybe I will be able to find out something about you that is unknown to your many admirers. Storyteller's hands touch Finian. What a peculiar weapon. I sense intelligence in it, but it seems dented. Grandpa Elf, watch where you're poking your fingers, it tickles. The elf looks at you with unusual impatience. Shall we? Tell me about the previous owner of the knife. Storyteller touches the knife, his fingers clamping around the hilt with a hungry, masterful grip. His face contorts into an evil grimace. Ah, we've done this one. And we've seen that, the future. What do you see about Radiance's past? The storyteller touches the blade with his finger. Sadness rings in his voice. Dresden is doomed. Demons attacked right when we lost the protection of the Sword of Valor. My city, my bastion of hope. We built you as a symbol that the lands, mutilated by the Abyss, could still be restored by mortals. Now you are perishing, and there is nothing I can do. We retreat, no, we flee. A frightened crowd rushes out into the night through the southern gate. They are chased by the angry howls of demons, killing the last defenders of the citadel. My heart goes out to them, but I am standing still on the wall. I'm covering the retreat. Demons do not attack. They seethe around you, fall from the sky, strike from all sides at once. They can't be stopped, but they can be distracted. I run to the upper floor of the gate tower. Radiance glows with a golden light in my hand. I permit myself to close my eyes for just one heartbeat. I imagine that the soft glimmering of the sword I see through my closed eyes is the light of the summer sun. I smile. I open my eyes and call out, "Hey, discarded spawn! Who wants the best trophy of the night? You know my name, Yaniel. You know how many of you I have killed with this very hand. You want to curry favour with Darazand, Minago, or the echo of your lord? Bring them my head if you can." Roaring and screaming, they rush toward me in a wave of deformed bodies and unfurled wings. The wave crashes against me, spattering my armour with bloody froth. Broken wings and chopped up bodies plummet to the foot of the tower. In the heat of battle, I see Joran's face down there. He looks up at me in desperation, but he can't help. He's carrying 2 wounded on his shoulders. My city will fall, but my friends will survive. This is what I'm fighting for. I'm covering the retreat. The flow of fleeing people gradually dwindles. My armour is broken in many places, and I cannot heal my wounds anymore. The last demon I stabbed with radiance suddenly recoils, tearing the handle out of my blood-sickened hand. He flies up, but falls somewhere far behind the walls, by the road taken by those fleeing. No more golden glow in my hands. The night closes in around me, filled with shrieking, mocking demon laughter. Dresden, I'm dying with you. The light of the sword, righteous Iomedae, accept my soul. The storyteller runs his hand along the blade with a sad smile. I know whose memory this is. I've heard about her so many times. Yaniel was a true crusader. Touching her memories is so cleansing. Do you see the sword's future? Just one of many possibilities. The blind elf touches the sword hilt, and metal rings in his voice. I slide out of the sheath swiftly. I proudly watch the army of warriors led by my lord. I sing, slashing the air, putting courage into the hearts. I am radiant, tremble, city of Dresden. My lady Yaniel has perished, but I am not done yet. Charge! The storyteller returns the sword to you. It's nice to know that this sword's glory days are not over. There's many battles ahead. Take care of it. It's a glorious sword. Tell me about Terendelev. The storyteller takes a deep breath and smiles. I am flying. I can finally spread my wings. I am gliding over the broad river. The sunset has turned its smooth face like a mirror, and I see my reflection. It is as if another silver dragon is rising to meet me from the depths. But what is it? The scales on my chest are black, and the darkness is spreading over my body. I wake up. A clear sky sways above me, blazing with heat. I am in human form. The red dust of the wound clings to my cracked lips. Someone is carrying me on a stretcher made of shields and spears. I am so weak I can barely lift my hand to my face. The sight of my own hand terrifies me. It is black and the skin glistens like scales melted by fire. I probably ought to cry, but I only feel hatred and nausea. All these people around me, out of sympathy for them did I choose to leave the mountains. I gave up my flights over rivers. I went to the demon's lair. They don't have a scratch on them, but I'm infected with foulness. It's not fair. My life is more precious than their pathetic existence. Oh, how I hate them in this moment. And then I suddenly feel shame. No, these are not my thoughts. The Crusades carrying me are my good friends. I am glad they did not suffer, but I hate them and myself so much. Pain and hatred pierce me all at once. It's all because of them, all because of them. Someone walked beside me, touches me, talks to me, but the only thing I hear is, "Your mentor, he will come, he will help," and I lose consciousness. The storyteller takes a deep breath, exiting the vision. Such hatred from Terendelev? Wasn't she on our side? Terendelev has come a long way. Her unit was ambushed by demons once, and she was infected with foulness. The Terendelev you met in Canabres had gone through many trials, and regained her form of purity. What happened next? The storyteller puts his hand to his forehead. Sometimes the past can be seen as vague as the future. We all know how Terendelev's story ended, but the beginning is hidden from us. Maybe you find something else that used to belong to her. We will know more about her struggle. However, no matter what we learn, remember, her soul, the soul of a true dragon, overcame every obstacle, endured every torment. She was able to purify herself. The dragons are truly powerful, not only in body but spirit too. Well, take a look at Finian and tell me what you see. Oh, dead meat! Hey! How are the fat ninjas? You seem to have disappeared. The old boggart is long gone, my friend. Watch yourself. So Yorkie at your beck and call. Noble Knight. Joining you now with a trek through Golarian. How, pray tell, is your old crew? As I say, I looked for you some time ago on the Twitching channel, and you seem to have gone. No matter what we learn, remember... Okay, she overcame. Tell me what you see of Finian. Hello, Grandpa Elf. The storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Yes, of course I remembered. I had fun chatting with you and watching you. Hello, Finian. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table, and the bladesmith, everyone calls him the bladesmith, he placed a device with a jar over me. Feels like I'm being fried. My crew decided to divvy the loot and go separate ways. Ah, this often happens. And your good self, Mr. Deadmeat, are you returning yourself to the pleasures of streaming or creating via YouTube or other channels? At first I tried to break free, but I got tired, then I screamed. But now I've lost my voice, though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller stops, his voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again, but when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was lying on the table, a burnt corpse covered in black crust. The master took out a handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. This burnt corpse had a symbol on it, on his belt, just like I do. An eye and a star. My favourite belt, a good one. Where would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. Storyteller stops. Finian, I hate to tell you this, but that was you saw. When he speaks again, you hear only a muffled whisper. I think it's rather predictable that was you, my friend. You were kind of killed. And that's why you're in a changeable weapon now. Those Crusaders, I was glad I saw them. I thought they'd come to help, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Somebody told me to and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop. Even just for a moment. I have to understand what's happening to me. Just need the rest. The storyteller shakes his head, slowly coming to his senses. That is Finian's past, but what awaits him in the future? Deadmeat. I was looking at another possible venture, but alas, God would not accept me. As the numbers were not as high as we had hoped, I was thinking about maybe coming back to the fore after I moved into my new place, which happened last Tuesday. Congratulations on your new lodgings. A home, a castle of our own, if you will. Whether it be a humble hovel or a full-fleshed palace is a wonderful thing. His future. The dead have no future, but the storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day and a boat flying over the waves. I'm so excited, but I don't know whose vision this is. Is this a soul existing here and now, or a soul reborn? Thank you for your story. The storyteller gives Finian back to you. Please take care of this young lad. He is finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonourable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf. I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about it, all right? Look after yourself. We have more important things to do right now. All right. I have to go. So you may be returning to the fold of the creators. I wish you well if you do. Please feel free to contact me. Let me know. I do have a Discord. If you check any of the videos when they're completed, you should find them. Actually, you're probably watching from Twitch. Yes, I see the little icon there. You would need to check my channel, my YouTube channel, which is where I keep things stored. Let me just find that for you in case you wish to check the things I'm working on. There you go. A link to the channel. I do. That's right. I forgot. Ah, well, thank you, sir. Thank you. Right now. Where are we? Ah, yes. In the Pathfinder. Right, we're done there. We're done here. And we need to recover our stats. And with that, 'tis time to head out once more. Further adventuring awaits. We will talk to Darren about his escapades at some point, but not right now. Right. We're not killing Ramian, don't even think we are. We could check on the Tower of Estrod. Or Silken Thread Atelier. Let us see what's hanging around down there. Someone on the road.
We are the light. They are the darkness.
Ah. A young lad surrounded by demons. Oh, lass, I'm not sure. But, don't worry, because I have no fear of them. Well, I will admit the stinking cloud is doing us no favours. Right, my messenger friend. The young soldier wipes blood spatter from his face with a shaking hand. By Almedy, I'm alive. I felt like I had half the Abyss Narilo herself on my tail back there. The soldier sucked in a breath and released it, clenching his fists to conquer the tremors. Commander, Tirabate sent me to get you, and thank all the gods I found you before it's too late. The commander wants you to come back and help to protect the defender's heart right away. What happened? Demons! The demons are closing in on the tavern. They'll soon have us surrounded. I almost didn't make it past them to come get you. They could strike at any moment. They're closing in on the tavern, but noticeably not enough that you had time to run for help. I see our enemies used up whatever resource of stealth they had in their first assault on Canabres. What need is there for stealth in a city one has already conquered? That's what they think, and that's what will bring them down. Alright then, let's go. Oh, I feel no discomfort from that. Nor indeed had you referred to the cranky old English dude. We all have past lives, whether we remember them or not. I now have many current lives. If you check the YouTube channel, you'll see that there are many lives of Yorkie who produce content for the entertainment of others. Right. And so we will be beginning a large battle. And if indeed I have brought pleasure to you, then that is a goal achieved. Let me check the spell box. We may need to rest. I, of course, can't cast spells. You take whatever you have. You need a couple of pits. You don't need that. I really don't care about that. Let's see what else we can put in our place. Greece. Lan, what can we do with you? That's rather pointless to me. What can you do? Shield of Faith, certainly. Magic Weapon. And I guess Stunning Barrier. That's fine. None of them are supremely useful. Or maybe a couple of Cure Light Wounds. Camellia. Entangles would be useful. What else? I think perhaps some Burning Hands. And Sealer, you currently have no spells you can use. A little rest before we fight. I have heard of the Gates of Baldur, and indeed the third episode of there, a boggart played a while, but really found no pleasure in it for some reason. It was strange, because that's the kind of game that we all would normally enjoy. But something just didn't hit right. Now, it has been updated much in the last year or two since we last played. But, I'm not entirely sure whether we'd enjoy it or not. We may look at it sometime. Thank you for coming to our aid. Ready yourself, the attack is imminent. I don't fully understand the nature of the power you wield. All the spellcasters I know can call upon the elements, but not nearly so effortlessly. Which means that I can't give you any real advice about how to handle the upcoming battle. The only thing I can tell you is that you should be on your guard. There will be a whole horde of enemies, and they will attack from every direction. Also, please keep in mind, according to my sources, a master alchemist called Orthiribo has recently arrived in the city. He's a well-known character among demon worshippers. We don't expect him to show up personally, but thanks to him, the cultists have been able to prepare a whole cart full of incendiaries. Oh dear. I've opted to stop until the official release. That may be a good time for we Lives of Yorkie to check it out. They will try to burn the defender's heart to the ground. The arsonists are the main target. Keep an eye on them, and take them down first. Let's start the battle. What are we waiting for? Good ranged attack, good close attack. We have no dog, etc. I'm not interested in those two. Sleeping, and yes, some control. Ah, I've heard good tales of Divinity Original Sin. Alright. I see we have guards out. And we're out. Kill the arsonists. That would be a good plan. And they're through. Right. Just fighters to begin with. Get forward, ready to help out there.
Burn! Slice!
Currently, I'm not too worried about these people. Ooh. I see there's one up there that's in trouble. One of our guards. Right. Well, Jeff.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
That's fine for now. Yeah, firing your bow when surrounded by 3 people who are wielding swords is probably not a good move.
Won't survive me.
Sealer, I expect you to do better than that. Camellia, you can take a sleep. Ember. Why don't we help him sleep if we can? Rest his weary bones. Admittedly, afterwards they will probably be far more weary. Or at least, actually, maybe not, if we think about it correctly. And we have more incoming. Well, Jeff.
For me.
One.
Endure this.
That neophyte fighter should have nothing left in a moment. Sealer, you can just wait down here for now. Camellia. Who do we have around? A neophyte fighter, not much of a threat. Neophyte fighter. And more up there. Let's go over here, ready to take these on. So Yorkie, if you can, get upstairs. Apparently your guards are just going to stand there and wait for the enemies to come to them, is that right? I'm not sure I appreciate that, but never mind. Have a pit, why don't you? Meanwhile,
Make every strike count.
you're done. More incoming. Let's see what else we can do. Ah, they actually have a little demon with and some cultists. Sealer, I want you to stay there for now. And a neophyte coming in. And a dretch. Well. You are getting a little bold, aren't you? 2 of these up here. Have a nap on the roof. Ember. A little tired barbarian there for us. The Yorkie.
May I see your entrails, please?
Ready for any attacks up here. Well, you're down. Well, Jeff.
Time to share
Shall
your
we get in
treasures.
there and help seal it out a little? And perhaps you, Lan.
Crossed the wrong mark.
Those guards are so polite waiting that. Indeed, Darren, and the beauty of a turn-based combat system. But it does make it easier to control one's own crew. Welcome, Darren. Welcome to the evening stream. I hope you are feeling well. Saving throw saved. Not good. Ember! Try and put that dretch to sleep, will you? Good. Fires a little time there. Yorkie, get up there, ready? And in we go.
Cover me, all right?
Nice hit.
You won't survive me.
Well, apparently they will if you miss. Activation factors, indeed. Indeed it does.
No glory without risk.
Arsonists, they're not nice. I don't like them. They're always arsing about. Ah. You can't do that. Why don't you get up there ready to work? Rather foolish. Sunrise Archer dies. Yes, that was a rather foolish attack. Well, he succeeded in that throw. Alright, what do we have here? That's not really a fear. I think, Waljiff, dear boy, time to drop one of those along with your lovely little pit.
This.
So he'll get ready to take them on if need be. Camellia! Make that thing go to sleep. Or not, as the case may be. Well, at least he's down the pit now. You can't do anything with him. Except maybe scream. Yorkie, there's nothing else up this side. Unfortunately, there's nothing of ours up this side too either. I expect better from you. Well, the warden, for goodness sake. Wolgiff, get here, ready. We don't actually need you to do anything just yet.
Make every strike.
That's him dead. Oh, there is one there. I missed you. How did I miss him? Arsonist cultist. A more important enemy. Go to sleep, please. Or not, as the case may be. Well, you can't chase in to get them, unfortunately, but you can do that. Where are you going? The pit has disappeared. Right.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
One.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
The inheritor. Guide.
They're up. Ember. Put him down. Let him take a little bit of a dirt nap. I suppose having your troops hang back as a vanguard is alright, but I'm not convinced it's getting the job done.
Distract them for me.
You won't survive me.
Into the fray.
That's another cultist down. Another fighter down. Well. Ember. Didn't put him to sleep, Ember. I would have expected more of you.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Time to share your treasures.
I wanted better than that.
Endure this!
That's him down. Why don't you go to sleep? One of you at least. Because you don't want to. Apparently you're far too disturbed to sleep. I suppose I can understand that.
I'll hit you.
The
May I
Yorkie.
see your entrails, please?
Come now.
Cover me, all right?
Make every strike count.
I'd say we did. There should be more appearing there, of course. Ooh, that was a little foul. Step off of there. I am taking a few blows here. Well, there's a bunch of fighters up here. And I'm getting a little whacked. I need to put my defenses up, don't I?
Let the attack commence.
Well, Jeff, you don't actually need to be there right now. Get off of the slime. Lan.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Really, you're fine there. Just keep it guarded. I think I might need to use a little potion. Can you sleep either of those? Yes, maybe. Indeed. Oh, we have more coming. Some serious ones. Somewhat more serious ones, it seems. However, you didn't last long. I think right now having some of these down would be beneficial. Let's have some potions.
Die! Die! Die!
Another down. That Shire is a little bit of a worry. Oh, Pybo, long time no see. I'm sorry I didn't. And Multigamer, hi there. I did not expect the raid. I am so sorry. Normally we're rather quiet here. Thank you for piling in. I hope whatever you were doing over on your side went well, Multigamer. And welcome. I am, of course, Sir Yorkie of the Shire, taking you through the journey that I took through Golarian in Pathfinder, Wrath of the Righteous. Right now, we're being invaded by demons. Which is not very nice of them, to be honest. You can hold there while you wait.
You won't survive me.
Guard. Sealer, Sealer, Sealer. We would like you to stay there for now. I assume my old friend, the Pybo, led you here. In which case, again, thank you again, Pybo. It's been a while. Yes, indeed. I only recently started getting back to streaming. Unfortunately, life doesn't allow me currently to be stable with streaming. I can't say what days I will or what times I will, or for how long I will. But I do when I can. Many will fight for their lives, many will fall. But Yorkie, it was a Friday. You call this a massacre, I call this a Tuesday. Or a Friday. Either way.
Burn! Slice! Behead!
Well, we haven't seen anyone come in the other gate. I'm going to send you over here for now. Lan.
Endure this.
That missed. There will be others coming through here. I'll move you back a little, Sealer, but you're going to stay on guard. You saved that one. I guess you're used to being slept, and now you refuse to comply. Ember. The cultist is asleep.
May I see your entrails, please?
And he's almost dead. Overlord Luigia. Let's see if he knows who I am. Indeed. The gentleman who just approached me, Overlord Luigia. Many moons ago, I went by the name of Cranky Old English Dude when I was a regular streamer on Twitch. Long before the lives of Yorkie. Overlord Luigia at the time went by Dragon, but I forget the full title. He was indeed he was my only moderator. And served me well. Indeed, helped me set up Discords as well. He often brought Discord to life, in fact. Ask his friend there, the Pybo. You know we jest with you there, Luigia. And welcome aboard. Thankfully, you did not see the start of this particular playthrough, because it starts with a dragon dying. Not something you, my friend, going by the name of Dragon as you used to, would appreciate. Actually, you're not the one I want there. You can... Where shall I send you? But now get over there. Ah, you know the game, yes. Then you know a Porter Rendelow's fate.
Make every strike count.
That's down. Arsonists! I knew they were coming. You're fallen though. Lan again.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Let's get ready. Because these cultists are not people I want around. However, you, Camellia, I think we can spare you. And I want you to get over here ready. Because nothing has come through the other gate yet, and I am certain it will. I don't remember if your mod name was simply Dragon or if there was more to it, Dragon. But, of course, I do remember fondly your presence.
Let the attack commence.
Right, let's have another potion. Gain a little bit of health back. Waljiff. You might be needed over here, my friend. Lan, nothing of any major problem over there, so let's
You won't survive me.
work here. Let's get forward. Ember! Tell him to sleep if you will, except it's not going to work, is it? The bugger won't agree to sleep.
Die, die, die!
He looks tired, I don't know why he wouldn't agree to sleep. But apparently not. Ah, yes, Dragon Collins. That's right. Wasn't there a 5 on it, Dragon? Trying to rack my brain here.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
Lan, if you can. It's him, my man.
Endure this.
That's good. Well, he's down. Or almost. I have never completed the game, Dragon, but to save this mythic path, I will either be going Trickster, which I've not done a lot of, or not Faye, Azata. I am chaotic good at the moment. Yes, I think I saw Pestidox. 1 point. Ah, Camellia, yes. Get off of there yourself. You can't sleep him. You can't sleep any of them, Amber. Let's see if we can put him down at least. Not that he's much use. Overlord is indeed a good name. Although sometimes a risky position. A little neophyte fighter there.
Distract them from me.
That's him done. Lan.
Every strike count.
Sealer, can you indeed get there?
Right, take you.
Ah, that's why you fell over.
Guide my
Not to worry. We're getting closer to the end, I believe. I want you staying there. What was that? What the hell? Yorkie? You damn near got massacred, my friend. Well then.
Time to share your treasures.
One more arsonist down. I think.
You've crossed the
How do we
wrong
get you?
into the fray.
We should take the rest of these down very quickly. I hope. Of course, should and will are not necessarily the same thing. I could call his name, but I'm not going to. Indeed, there would be no reason you would do. The higher your throne, your buttocks occupies, the bigger your target. Indeed. Very true. Good, the Shire is down for a moment. You can't take him, can you? No, but you can shoot him.
For apologies.
Well, that was a foolish run. A neophyte fighter. $11 damage to Sealer. Well, we seem to be taking a few little hits here. Lan, why don't you...
You won't survive me.
I would say, why don't you hit him, but apparently you can't. Not for the life of you. Hello, Ember. I have a thing for witches and bitches. I'd rather you'd not use the last term there, if you don't mind.
The light. Take you.
Thank you.
I'll hit you!
Well, you will, apparently. Why can I not get up? Why am I struggling to get up? One. One more on the dretch. That's another down. Sealer, if you can. And heal some. Where am I? I seem to be out of the action somehow. Camellia, you don't have any way of helping me. Ember.
You won't stop us.
A little concerned here from our old Yorkie. No spray bottle needed. Just a bop on the dragon's nose with a rolled up newspaper. I think we can pull back Jiff, don't you? We don't need to be standing in the slime.
Make every strike count.
You see, the thing I'm having trouble understanding is what's happening with old Yorkie. We're lying down, but for no good reason. We're not showing any real harm. Ember, get up here. Let's do some healing to us. Ah, maybe it's because we would be down if it wasn't for the shield. Or something like that. Not entirely sure. Well, Jeff. Let's let them come in from this side. I'm not worried about them now. I want you over here.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Camellia. You've done everything you can there, really.
Yes.
9 points healed. Good. And we're up. And let's have a little more healing if we can. Good, good. Well, the Shire has certainly taken down his enemies. Woljif Jefto. I think we can hold there for you, Woljif. We will be needing your spells in a while.
All I see is blackness.
We have rather a lot of people around us right now. Or maybe only a couple.
You won't survive me.
Reduced damage, but it's almost there. Sealer, pull back. Now, Amelia, hold. Ember.
Yes.
Good.
Burn! Slice! Behead! Yes!
Almost dead. It is dead now. The Shire should be coming in to cause damage. But missed. Woljif, hold. Lan, see if you can take the Shire down.
This.
Apparently not. I expect more from you there, Lan. Let's heal self. Not very useful, that one, Sealer. There's a cultist. Familiar. Ember.
Yes.
Step back a little.
May I see your entrails, please?
Apparently you may. These neophyte fighters running backwards and forwards aren't going to do them any good.
Make every strike count.
A little more self-healing. And come here. Camellia, come here. Ember.
Surrender or else.
You missed, Ember. Not a big deal.
Let the attack commence.
Let's have a little more healing. Since you seem to be taking the brunt of the attack up there. Guard takes down the neophyte fighter. There are some more cultists bringing their fire at that side. But hopefully they can be kept under wraps, more or less. Hit one of those there. Lan. With her there, I think we can let you get to work over here. Celia, you're fine. You're fine, Camellia. Ember.
Too late for apologies.
No good.
Die! Die! Die!
Their troops are certainly fading now. As I say, I rather suspect we're going to get something out the back door. I'm not sure why that neophyte fighter is running backwards and forwards on the roof, unable to do anything. But by all means, keep it up.
Yes.
You won't survive me.
There's a cultist. His fallen body had been lost in amongst all the other things. All the other ones, but now is visible again. Ember.
I'll hit you.
And you did. Hold on. The Yorkie. And the last one up there is done. The last one we need to worry about. Ah, there's a big boy for you. A Minotaur. And some more cultists. And dretchers. Quite a bit of anger raging up there. Arsonist cultist, huh? Lan. That's a neophyte fighter. Can I zoom in to aim for what we need to?
Endure this!
Indeed. There's a cultist. Sealer. Perhaps wait for them. You're taking a nap.
You won't stop us.
You won't be able to hit them like that, though, will you?
May I see your entrails, please?
He's down. Well, Jeff, can we open a little pit over there, if you please? Keep them all nice and slowed down.
Make every strike count.
The cultist has died. Sila. Ability Smite Evil. That'll keep him asleep a little while. Of course, it could be said I should let them get up and then put them to sleep, but I think we're okay.
Or else.
Let the attack commence.
Down we go, ready to fight here. Because at this point, anything happening up top paled in insignificance. I think there may only be neophyte fighters there now that I don't care about. We can pull back Woljev. We can't do anything directly to them right now. Right, Lan, over here. Sealer. Let's have some Inspire Courage. And self-healing. Camellia. You're asleep. I mean, essentially, if they stay asleep and tripped up and slipping on slime and unable to move, they can't do a whole lot. Zen allows us to do almost anything. And if I'm right that the rear is cleared out now, that the front area is cleared out now, that means we're safe. Get on there, ready to fight. Lan.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
No glory without risk.
You missed, Sealer. Oh, it was an easy target for you to hit and you still missed. Camellia, can you sleep him or did you already done that? Alright then. Make him easier to hit. Ember! That's fallen asleep. Let's get up there ready to fire. There's two guards against one neophyte fighter. I don't hold up much hope for him. Not that I want to hold up any hope for him. Oh no, there's 2 against 2. Very well. Woljev.
Cover me, all right?
Lan.
You won't survive me.
That's good.
The
Sealer.
inheritor, guide my
Oh,
blade.
you're asleep. Never mind. I've fallen over. Never mind. Familiar. Let's do AC.
Too late for apologies.
So Yorkie, some healing, and with that, we step forward. Well, Waldrew took a bit of a hit. But he's reached the end of his usefulness here, to be honest. So it's not a problem. One.
Endure this!
And you're down again. Not to worry.
I'll cut you wide open. I'll hit you.
2 damage. Another wonderful little bit of potion. And then march forth. One.
Make every strike count.
And you are doing not massively, but enough. Got 38 health left. Ah, stand up.
The light! Thank you!
And that dratch took a nice... died, actually.
The spirits demand your blood.
5 damage.
You won't stop us.
You missed, Ember. Not that I'd really expect much from you in that particular light.
Die, die, die!
And he's up again. Well, a couple of enemies, they're just running backwards and forwards, they're going to do nothing. Well, Jeff,
It's all your fault.
take a nap, why not? And you, now he's standing.
You've crossed the wrong mongrel.
Well, that didn't work out too good. But you did get a couple of hits.
No glory without risk!
That's also a nice hit. The wretch is dead.
You are today's sac.
Scream at him! Failed the concentration check. That is, of course, the problem with being entangled.
Burn! Slice!
it does become harder to concentrate. Ooh. Well, Lan, another quickening, if you will.
Won't survive me.
He's dead. Well, one of the arsonists is up. That's about all we have to worry about now. A couple of arsonists.
May I see your entrails, please?
Well, there's a dretch amongst them, but I'm not worried about that dretch, to be honest. If he runs past us, he's only going to run into the guard and die.
Endure this.
All right.
Almost done. This, of course, is the major fight of the early part.
Surrender or else!
And it looks like the demons have lost out.
Let the attack commence.
You're down. There. I'm satisfied with this at this point. They can just go straight in themselves and take care of everything. Success, my friends! So Yorkie declares, success! No demon shall pass us. Victory! Canabre bites back and our teeth are sharp. Erebeth is glowing with zeal and she raises her fist in triumph. Now we take the fight to them. I swear by my tail, that was a great battle. The cultists won't forget that anytime soon. Well, the ones who were there, to be honest, probably won't remember much. Being dead and all. Those who survived it, I mean. That's right, we taught them a lesson. What are our losses? Minimal. The battle wasn't easy, but thanks to you, we chewed them up and spat them out again. They thought they could break us, but they only bolstered our spirits. Will there be another attack? I doubt it. Demons aren't famed for their organisation. We'll strike a blow at the Great Garrison long before they regroup for a new assault. Wow, congratulations then. It wouldn't have been possible without you. That reminds me, we found this among the attackers' remains. This trophy rightly belongs to you. Nicely done. Now our goal is to root out the demons in the Great Garrison, just like we did here. Well. Anything you want to say? I thank you for saving the esteemed citizens of Canabres, even though not all of them deserve to be saved. May they forgive my words. Erebeth cast a meaningful look at Count Arende, sitting at a nearby table. I don't really mean that, of course. I just never fail to be astounded by the way that good people seem to perish, while the not-so-good prove to be incredibly, amazingly enduring. Even so, the Count did offer his aid to me. He can't be all that bad. Yes, that's not like him. Joining the Crusades is a tradition among Mendevian nobles, but Darren Arende was never too keen on fighting demons. You need to look a bit. Well, that's fine. I will shortly be closing anyway, to be honest. Joining the Crusades is a tradition among Mendevian nobles, but Darren Arende was never too keen on fighting demons. The Count has a certain reputation in Mendev. He's not a pleasant individual by any means, but he's not known for any particular villainy either. The Count enjoys a life of leisure, surrounded by a gaggle of sycophants, who are always eager to badmouth the Queen at his command. He likes settling scores too. There was a hero of the First Crusade, Sir Lant, a kind and honest man. After the end of his glorious career as a soldier, he became a wise mentor to the younger generation. He ran afoul of the Count somehow, perhaps by lecturing him about his idle lifestyle and lack of purpose. When Sir Lant died, the Count managed to buy a portion of his estate and ordered the knight's helmet to be reforged into a chamber pot. Well, that's one way to show what you feel. And he's dead anyway. And of course he didn't keep his little joke private. The Queen was particularly affronted by it, because Sir Lance used to be her most loyal comrade in arms. I was receiving the assignment from Her Majesty, and witnessed the exact moment she found out about the helmet's fate. It's a small thing, but I could see the Queen's anguish at the travesty that had become of her friend's legacy. Mostly it is, certainly mostly it is. Good to meet new people, Pibo. That's what our Count is like as a person. And as for his talent for survival, do you know the story of Heaven's Edge? He was the only member of his family to escape with his life when the demons unleashed a magical plague at the Arendelle estate. Could you tell me about the events at Heaven's Edge? I don't know all the details, it happened a while ago, back when I was a mercenary, and had nothing to do with Canabris. I only know that there was a grand feast in honour of Darren's birthday, and all his relatives were invited along with a few other distinguished guests. Everyone died from a mysterious disease someone had unleashed on the estate, including the servants, the guards, and a number of clerics and paladins. But the young Count survived because of his healing ability, I suppose. Darren does possess an unusually bright talent, even if the application of his skills leaves much to be desired, Erebeth scowls. Why is he trying to provoke the Queen? Who knows, it could be a family matter. The Count is Her Majesty's cousin twice removed or something like that. But I think he simply enjoys infuriating people. Crusaders and Iomede's servants especially. Well, thank you for telling me. I found Janet Aldori like you asked. Yes, thank you, good. It's good to have her back, we need every fighter we can get. I suppose it's asking too much to want fighters that are sober as well. What is our strategy against the Grey Garrison? I shall lead the rest of my force in a frontal assault. This will distract the enemy long enough for you to use the secret passage and reach the wardstone. Destroy it before the demons turn Iomede's gift into a weapon of the abyss. Most of the allies you found will join forces, but you can expect a certain amount of support from them. My opinion on Prelate Holden aside, it is undeniable that his Inquisitors are a formidable force. You'll benefit from their pinpoint strikes against troublesome enemies. The Order of the Flaming Lance counts among its members both valiant knights and masters of the occult. We are about to test an experimental ritual they developed. Should it go according to plan, your party will have a serious advantage during the battle at the Great Garrison. In these dark times, the most unlikely allies join forces to fight a common foe. All tieflings are treated with prejudice in Canabres, let alone the smugglers and the thieves of their kind. And yet, they are on our side, and I'll make sure their contribution is not forgotten after victory. They'll be of little use in open combat, but they'll be able to help you spot secret doors and warn you about traps. I have to go. Go, may Iomedes keep you safe. Yes, indeed. Leaving would be good right now, because we have other things to do before we attack. Many other things. Oh, I need to talk to Fawn. Let's do that before we leave. The elf's pale, beautiful face bears an expression of melancholic detachment. How may I help? I met Kalissa. Fawn's melancholic expression remains calm, but his entire body tenses, and his fingers wrap around the handle of the weapon. Under what circumstance? I hope you see the opportunity to kill her. She claims she doesn't serve the demons. Of course she does. In an attempt to buy her life, she would stoop to the boldest and the most egregious of lies. Whose word would you trust, hers or mine? Are you certain of your allegations? Fawn lowers his head. In a hollow voice, I am. Her misdeeds are terrible and proven with absolute certainty. Well, I let her go. After giving you a sudden look, Fawn stares off into the distance. Your decision is regrettable. I'm afraid that in doing so, you've condemned her many future victims to death. I suppose it just means that bringing this hunt to a close falls on my shoulders. I'm going. Good luck to you. 472 experience points left. Join the next level. And this time we have to do kill Ramian. No. Not going to do that. Those are outside. A common cause, gather allies. We've done that as much as we can probably. The burning city. That's getting the attack started. Scout the tower out of Estrad. And Gwyrm family's secrets. And also some places that we have not explored yet that are devoid of quest lines, but still merit exploration. And we will do some of that next time. For now, it has been my pleasure to offer my sword to you in service. I have been Sir Yorkie of the Shire. You have been a fine company, and it's been my pleasure to journey with you tonight. Very well.